Hey, Dave, we're live.
They were
All
live.
right. How you doing there, buddy?
I'm doing fine, buddy. How are you doing?
I'm pretty awesome.
Well, that's good to hear.
No
It's always great to
complaints.
feel pretty awesome.
You know me, keep it positive.
This is our new venture in 2020. Live streaming. Well, we are live streaming, but not the event itself, but our fan versus fan segments where me, James Roberts, and you, the other
David
guy,
Flemmer.
the other guy, discuss MMA events like the new event that's coming up, which is UFC is at 246.
Yes.
Yes. And we'll discuss some of the stuff that we know about and some of the stuff we don't know about. Does that make sense?
Let's do it.
All right, sir. And by the way, we're live on YouTube right now with my goofy drawing as a display. It's pretty sad. And we got one person watching.
Oh, wow. I feel popular already.
What?
You're streaming the OBS window.
I'm stream. Oh, I am? Oh,
Yeah.
my bad. I'm streaming the wrong window, Dave. See, this is why we needed Jada to be there for us.
Thank God we have an engineer in there.
Yes, she makes things work right. Okay, I'm going to display. Oh, no, this is the wrong thing. I have to close that down. I'm going to display my... There it is. My cover for Dragon's Blade. This is a small comic that I'm working on.
I can't see the entire window.
Yeah, that's cool.
Oh, you really?
Nope. I can only
What are you
see-
seeing? Ah, okay. Dave, are you seeing the full picture?
Yeah.
Jade
Yeah, I'm
is
looking
only
at
seeing a
the comic.
corner of it, so I'm going to adjust so that I'm going to adjust.
Who's doing?
Yeah, talk about live action cuts and edits, baby.
You should learn how to fix that.
No, now we know. It's okay for us to make mistakes, right, Dave?
I
Yeah,
don't know.
Yeah, you never make mistakes.
I prefer perfection.
Yes, I'm sure you do. Let me know when you find it. Yes, that was a little what the kids call shade.
I need to get out of here.
It's a little bit of shade.
Oh, hey, wait. Can I wasn't here for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Is there anything, because the 25?
Oh, we'll talk about that later. Right now I'm live streaming.
Okay.
Big red do not disturb sign. Okay. Jeez. Girl trying to get cash off of me in the middle of
Because I saw this and I was like,
just hold your horses there, Missy.
hey, geez.
Just
all
hold
this
your
help that I'm
horses.
giving you.
Wow.
Wow.
My
Do
goodness. Yes.
Never mind. Go on.
No. I was going to say, we only have a short period of time this first podcast. And so let's get right to the meat of what we're talking about, I guess. I have no access to my computer now since I'm live streaming this stuff.
Oh,
But,
bummer.
Yeah. I'm sure that really tears you apart, Dave.
Oh, yeah, kind of.
So let's talk about the card.
Okay. Well, starting off, the my girl Claudia Gadaya, that fight's been canceled.
No, what happened?
I don't know. I'm looking it up right now. I just got a
You
notification.
just got the notification?
So I don't know.
Alexia Grasso misses weight.
That's what I was worried about.
Yeah.
I was like, sometimes
That's what happened. She misses by 5 1.5 pounds. Holy
Did
cow.
did she replace whatchamacallit? Because I thought she was gonna have a rematch with that. No, never mind. I'm getting her confused with someone else. Never mind. No, because I know Thug Rose is rematching the girl she lost the title to.
Yeah, but isn't that girl fighting J. Jonah
Who? Young JJ?
J. Jonah. That's my
J-
Spider-Man thing. you know her name. I can't pronounce her name right now for some reason.
Young JJ.
Yes. She's fighting her, isn't she? Or is that
No,
somebody else?
no.
I may be on the
Thug
wrong.
Rose is fighting the girl she is fighting the girl she lost the title to. That fight, I know that's what's up and coming, I believe.
But that's not this event, right?
No. I thought it. I got the two confused. That's my fault.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you accept the responsibility for that because I wasn't going to.
Yeah, bite me.
All right.
Okay. Let's see. Okay.
Oh, Holly Holmes is fighting. Oh.
Yes, she's rematching Raquel Pennington.
Yeah,
because
yeah.
that fight was fairly close the first time they fought, and I remember when
wasn't it a head kick that ended it?
No, it went the distance.
It went the distance. Oh, okay.
But I remember the crowd booing when they gave the victory to Holly.
Oh.
No, Holly, I think she won the fight. The thing is, because she kept scoring, she was scoring, there's just points. She was constantly scoring. I mean, nothing devastating, but she was still scoring, and they were just piling up. And I think I thought Raquel scored a knockdown towards the end, but if you look at it, it looks like I don't think it was an actual knockdown. I think it was more of a flash, along with her being a little losing her footing at this around that same time. So she wasn't even hurt from it. She actually, if I'm not mistaken, I have to check it again. But when they made the decision, they booed her. They booed Holly.
Why boo Holly? It's not her fault. She got nothing to do with that.
I mean,
that's not right.
Yeah. So they booed her. So I was like,
I'm not that I'm pro Holly. She's cool and all, but
yeah, I'm a fan of Holly.
Shouldn't be booing her. It has nothing to do with her.
Yeah, they just booed her. I mean, I don't know if they booed her or they booed the decision, but it was pretty negative. Let's just put it that way.
Okay. Yeah. I know. Sometimes the people up there, you can't help it because you were the one in the event. You were the one fighting. You're the one, performing, and then suddenly everybody's booing. You take some personal responsibility in that.
Yeah, and this early time where Raquel was actually making a run for herself. Like she was actually doing. I mean, remember Raquel's win over what's that girl? The girl that took the title from Holly. What's her name again?
The Lioness.
No, but the Lioness took the title from her.
Oh,
yeah.
Wait a minute. Who did she lose?
She lost the title to.
I really have to pay more attention.
Yeah. Well, we're senior people now. I mean, come on. Sheesh. I'm knocking on 40. You're what, 70 something?
Yeah. 70 something.
Yeah. I get my math off once in a while.
Yeah, you really do, buddy.
Even I couldn't stay straight on that one. What's her name? I got a picture of my face. Cupcake.
Oh,
Takedown Tate. Cupcake. Yeah. Misha Tate. There we go.
Misha Tate.
Yeah, Holly lost the title to Misha, and
Misha lost it to
the Lioness. Took her out in the first round, I believe.
Yeah, she's no joke, bro.
Yeah, she's
a
I remember back in the day, she was always been a good fighter, but her problem was stamina. Her stamina was always her issue. Now it looks like they got that resolved.
Well, they also gave her a lot of power.
Yeah. Well, no, she always had power, and she was. You know what? I'll take that back. You're right, because I watched this girl put a beating on Kat Zingano. I mean, a beating. Mm-hmm. I mean, Kat Zingano, I think I had to go to the hospital to get something damaged in her face, something like that. But the problem was she started to gas, and Kat took advantage and started beating the crap out of her, and she just didn't have the power or the strength or the stamina to make a case for herself. I mean, and she ended up losing to Kat. Um, but I watch. If you watch any of her earlier fights, you see that she comes on strong, but then fades.
Well, that's
But they
with
fixed
great
all that.
power comes great responsibility.
I don't even know who she's gonna face right now because she's just beating everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
So
She's doing different weight classes now. She's just going for it, I guess.
yeah, I mean, hey, you know, I noticed that when it comes to these weight classes, moving up, moving down, I noticed that the person moving up is always winning. I don't know what the ratio is from win to loss. I'm
Yeah,
always
it's kind of big, but I think it really does depend. I think it has a lot to do with the weight cutting, honestly,
it
because
has to
yeah, because
something
the
because
guys who are cutting more weight, I think it's sapping some of their energy, and
I
some of them
agree.
there's a
I agree with that.
dehydration that you can't refill in like 24 hours. You just can't do it.
It's like for some reason I noticed like I can't think of. I mean, in the past that like well, we're going back before our time. I remember when the old Mongoose took on Rocky Marciano. He moved up from
Wow,
light heavy.
that's way beyond our time.
But that's the only thing I can remember where the heavier weight class opponent wins. But I'm sure
No,
there's
no,
more.
no. There's been a
I'm
few
sure
where
there's more. I just
the
can't
heavier
think of
weight
it. But
classes have
as
won.
of late,
But lately I think
it's like it's ridiculous. I'm like, wow, has anybody from the heavier class ever won? I can't think of anyone. The heavyweight guy got his belt back from Cormier, but he still lost it in the first round, knocked out.
yeah.
And then to get the title back, it was really for a moment there, you thought he was gonna get it, and I was just like, wow. And then I started to feel bad for the guy until he started throwing those body shots, and then finally one landed, and Cormier had a delayed reaction. But
Yeah.
man, but I can't think of anybody. I mean, I have to research it, but it's really phenomenal that the low weight class is the one winning when they move up to challenge the champion. It's like it's ridiculous. Same thing with the BJ Penn and Matt Hughes, same scenario, right?
Yep, exactly.
Penn came from a
BJ
lighter weight
Penn
class.
moved up and just I don't know how he did that, but he whipped Matt Hughes around like he was nothing,
like
bro.
nothing.
Yeah. I
Like
couldn't believe
I'm
it.
like, wait a minute. Here's a guy that went 5 rounds with his weight class champion, but then he went to Matt Hughes as like an afterthought and won. And I was just like, wow, so interesting. It's
Very
that whole
interesting.
story is so interesting. To this day, it still intrigues me.
Well, BJ Penn is amazing. I mean, he's done so many amazing things that it's like, the guy is I would say he's legendary, but they got the proof that he did it. So it's not a legend,
Yeah.
it's a fact. He did it.
I wish he would have stayed in UFC even after beating Hughes and kind of like make a name for himself. But he kept leaving and going to different organizations.
Well,
I mean, fighting
he's
guys.
like one of those inspired fighters. As a matter of
I,
fact, I think right now GSP is in that area where he just doesn't want to fight. He wants it to mean something. You know what I mean? And I think the same thing with BJ. You know, he already I guess feels that he's at the upper echelon. BJ Penn was taking out guys when he was a teenager.
yep.
So to turn around and now just try and clear out a division, that's not inspiring to him because he already knows he's already at the top of the division. Why go back and to try and prove it to somebody? He wants a fight that's going to have meaning.
I respect that.
Yeah,
That makes sense. That makes sense because like GSP, man, my man was was it 4 years out of the ring, out of the octagon, and then he comes in, fights a guy that's very hard to fight, and just goes after him and just takes the belt from him and says, "Okay, thank you very much," and walks away.
Yes, and then he leaves the belt, bro. He left
Huh?
the belt like I think like a month or two later. He resigned the belt
Yeah, I mean,
because
because
he
I
didn't
think
want
like
to
you
block
said,
up the division because he didn't really want to fight in the division. He wanted to do something that at the time he wanted to be able to do, and that's beat a champion.
GSP, man,
Yeah, amazing,
amazing
absolutely
fighter.
amazing.
I'm still angry about that loss to what you're going to hit in the back of the head. I really wish the referee for that.
Hey,
I really wish that was.
and this is what I say. Yeah, everybody who's a GSP fan will be upset about that loss. But that's what happens in the fight game. You get clipped. You get clipped. It happens, even to the best of us.
Yeah, because what happened to Matt Serra after that? He kind of like disappeared.
No, he had injuries.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, injury. Like I said,
I'm sure he partied a lot. Well, I'm sure he had a good time. And then he fought. His next fight was against GSP.
Actually. Yeah, he fought. Yeah, after he came back.
When he came back. But the problem was GSP had I think two top. He fought two of the I think number 1 and number 2 fighters.
Yeah,
he got tuned up, and he was ready to go. And Matt Serra had not fought in like a year.
Yeah, but again, it that doesn't bother me because that's the perfect. If they got to make a case, somebody got lucky or fluke or that sort of thing, lucky shot. I mean, that says it right there. I mean, he got lucky. That's just the way it is.
Well,
so I'm not
never had weight. I'm not denying it, but I think that night was his night. You know what I mean?
No, I mean, you can say what you want. But to me, if I have to make a case about a fluke or somebody getting lucky, that's a perfect example. That's what that is.
Well, wait a minute. There was those guys who won and were getting their shot. Both of them did well. The other guy fought Anderson Silva. I cannot remember his name right now. He was a jiu-jitsu player, and he was really good.
Yeah, they both did well. I mean,
they both did well. I mean, I wouldn't knock Sarah. Sarah,
No, I'm not knocking him. I'm just saying that
journeyman fighter, and he got his shot, and he.
Yeah, but it's like I said,
that's a dream story right there, in my opinion. It's a dream story. He was a complete underdog.
Yeah, I know, but again, he won because he hit a guy in the back of the head. You don't want guys getting hit in the back of the head because it just takes. It makes sense.
A lot of fights go like that. You can't control that thing.
No, it wasn't
like he intentionally hit him in the back of the head. He was swinging. GSP moved the wrong way, got clipped, and that's it.
I agree. These things happen, but he got lucky. I mean,
but you throwing lucky in there. He threw the punch. You don't throw a punch and
No,
it's not like a roll of a dice.
I mean, look. Well, like I said, it won't.
Maybe it is because there is that whole thing
when
about.
You think about it, it kind of is. It kind of is. Yeah, it kind of is. Yeah, I agree with that. It is like a roll.
He also had to be the one.
He had to be the one to win
that punch. But wait a sec. Because you can't just count the punch. You also have to count that he had to go through that entire tough competition to get that shot. You understand what I'm saying? So he went through the entire competition, won the competition, then he fought the champ. You know what I mean? It's not it wasn't just that one punch. He had to do a lot to get there. That's what I'm saying.
Okay, I guess. No, don't get me. I'm not knocking his road to get there. What I'm saying is, I just never saw him as a real champion because, again, his victory to me was weightless, in my opinion. Now, how he got there, kudos, but the way he got it, it's a little, I mean, that's what happens with these Cinderella stories. It's like people get like, wow, when it's like for example, like when Anthony Joshua lost the title to that Ruiz, right? It was like this big happy story for the underdog, right? Mm-hmm. But then after the celebration was over, after the show was over, and then reality starts to set in, people realize, oh man, I don't want this guy. He's not a champion. He got lucky. This and that. That's when all this stuff's happening. So all the love that he was getting, all that stuff, be turned into negativity, right. And even like coming up to the ring.
I got a question for you. We'll go back to boxing. Mike Tyson, Buster Douglas. You feel the same way?
That was not lucky. No, that was not lucky.
But the same result at the end of it. I mean, Buster's next fight was.
That's what ruined Douglas.
That's what I'm saying. But it's sort of in the same thing.
Douglas, it's not. No,
Douglas. But it's not like he climbed up the ladder to get to Mike Tyson.
No. Douglas. Let me tell you about Douglas. Douglas was a fascinating fighter. Okay.
Okay.
The problem with Douglas was his mental game. That was his problem. Douglas was a talented fighter. I don't put that loss. I don't look at. It's funny. I changed my opinion a few years ago after really doing some research on Douglas. I don't look at the Tyson win as an upset. I look at it as something we should have seen a long time ago. Okay, Douglas was a massively talented fighter, very good talented fighter. And then at his best, no one could be this guy. Look, I mean, Tyson couldn't even come near the guy. Now, I will admit, was that the best version of Tyson? I would say no. That wasn't his best.
That's what I was going to say, because
I will say no.
at that point, Tyson was partying.
Was still winning. But Tyson was still winning at that, with that version. He was still winning. So
but
that's
he wasn't the same Mike Tyson.
Douglas, man, have you seen that fight? What a masterpiece! But the problem with what ruined Douglas was not that fight. What ruined Douglas was his second fight. It was the when he took on Holyfield. That's what ruined Douglas. Douglas went back to his old bad habits, and people lost respect for him.
But that's the whole thing.
That's
as
the
a
thing.
champion.
That's the thing. No, but that's what I'm saying.
Wait.
No, but Douglas.
No,
but Douglas
you can't talk over me, Dave. You got to say it. Now let me rebuttal it.
I speak in truth, James.
Okay. We never got a chance to talk about Conor McGregor, and I'm down to 15 minutes before this has to end.
Okay.
So let's not go all over the place. Let's go straight to the big weapon.
Okay, the big weapon. All
so
right.
We got Cerrone versus McGregor.
All righty. Oof.
How do you see this one going, my friend?
Dude, I'm drawing a blank. I am drawing a blank because I believe, in my opinion, Conor is the more talented fighter. But Cerrone, the thing with Cerrone is like he could be great or he could be cold. I don't know what version of Cerrone we're gonna get. And I know Cerrone starts slow once in a while, or he's a slow starter to begin with. And if Conor can catch him and hurt him, then it could be a lights out thing. But if Cerrone could use his height and his reach and keep Conor at bay, we could see a completely different fight.
Okay, hold on for 1 second.
Sure,
1 second. Dude. Now, the slow starter, I heard Chael Sonnen talk about that. And he said he never really pictured Cerrone as a slow starter. And after listening to some interviews, because I've been listening to Cerrone talk about, himself. One of the things that I'm getting from Cerrone is that he doesn't just go in there to win the fight. Like, he's a fighter. He wants to see what you got. He wants to see if you could take him out. And he gives you that opportunity. He's not a slow starter. He's giving you the opportunity to win that, to beat him. Not to quote unquote get lucky or anything like that, but to really take it to him. He wants to see what you got. I mean, he's a serious fighter.
My issue with Cerrone, I guess he's you know how it is when you overstay your welcome. He's constantly fighting. So I don't know. I wish he didn't fight as much. Maybe I wouldn't be so bored with him. But I don't know. In this fight here, I'm just drawing a blank. I don't know who I like. I don't know how I see it. I'm still like trying to figure this thing out. But like early, I would say Conor. But distance-wise, I would probably say Cerrone, because I think Cerrone would probably just use his height and reach and just keep Conor at bay. Because I think going inside into Conor's world will be far too dangerous. Because I believe Conor is the faster fighter.
I would agree with Conor being the faster fighter.
Yeah,
but both of them are great in stand up. I would say that Conor is actually probably better at controlling distance than Cerrone, and his timing is when he's on is impeccable.
And the thing with this fight, I mean, here's my thing with Cerrone, because every time I watch Cerrone, I see him standing up and throwing punches. Like one of my favorite fights with Cerrone was when he fought Diaz. That was a fun fight to watch. That was a very fun fight. Now Cerrone, I'm sure he has a better ground game than Conor, and he's going to be willing to use it. Because I know that when it comes to the ground game, I don't give Conor any chances. I don't know if I doubt he improved much.
Well, listen. Connor, you remember when he fought Chad Mendez
Yep.
and
Yep.
Chad was
Perfect
trying to take
example.
him down and
Perfect
he was stuffing Chad's stuff. That's not easy to do. I think people are also underscoring McGregor's abilities. He's not, I wouldn't say he's upper echelon jiu-jitsu or anything like that, but he's not bad. He's not bad at all. The one time that he really faced issues was probably against one of the best wrestlers in the world in Khabib.
Well,
You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I knew Khabib was going to destroy him. That's how I knew.
and when if you're talking
Khabib.
about Diaz is also no joke. He's a high level black belt jiu-jitsu player, and in that first fight, Conor was gassing. There's no joke. He was definitely gassing.
Connor was going away in that first round. Oh man, he bloodied him up, beat him up, and everything.
Yeah, but once he gassed, that was it.
That was it, and that was it. And then, but because the problem was he faced the guy that could weather the storm.
Yeah.
But
Well,
I got to give Connor
that's
credit.
the one thing for the Diaz brothers. Both of them, tremendous chin, tremendous, and they never stop coming after you, which is amazing.
They just keep pit pat, pit pat, pit pat, pat.
They keep it. And that kind of pressure, a lot of fighters fold. A lot of fighters fold.
How do you like this fight, though?
What do you mean, Cerrone?
Cerrone. I mean, do you have a winner in your mind?
I do not have a clear winner, but this is because like Cerrone, to me he's got more options to win it. He's won with head kick, he's won with submissions, he's won with knockouts. He's done it all. While McGregor is focused in that one section of knockouts. You know what I mean?
Yep.
So although he has finished, I think like maybe 1 or 2 fights with submission, but that's not his regular go-to thing.
No.
So Cerrone has more options, but my issue is not Cerrone's abilities; it's his mental.
Okay.
Cerrone always gets to being to that number 1 contender, and then somehow that pressure of having to win that fight always gets him. He never goes in there to fight the champ. He always gets to that guy right before the champ, and then he crumbles.
Yeah, what? Didn't he have I know he fought RDS, and that ended fast. And then also Pettis. Did he fight Pettis for the title?
I don't know if that was for the title. It might have been. I think that was for an interim title, wasn't it?
Yeah, and
it wasn't the real title, but I say real. It still was a title, but it was like they still have to fight the champ in order to unify the belt.
Okay, I gotta ask you a question.
Am I right or wrong on that? I don't know.
If I were to really think about put this together, okay, I thought Justin Gaethje fought Conor McGregor, but I guess they never fought. I thought they did for some reason.
No, they did not fight.
They never fought. No, because Justin knocked out Cerrone in the first round.
Yeah.
TKO'd him in the first round.
Yeah, Gaethje is no joke. Lots of power, lots of ability, bro.
Yeah, he's actually his record's pretty nice, 21-2. Holy
yeah, God. But didn't he just lose a fight? Didn't he just get knocked out?
No, his last fight was when he knocked out Cerrone, September of last year.
What was the fight before that?
Before that, it was. Hang on, I'll tell you right now. The fight before, he defeat. Okay, so he fought Edson Barboza, knocked him out in the first round. Holy cow! Knocked out James Vick in the first round.
Yeah, you can Dustin keep going down the line there, boy.
What I'm talking about. I meant to say Dustin Poirier. Dustin Poirier beat him in the 4th round.
Okay.
And then Eddie Alvarez TKO'd him with a knee. But that's it. He has everything else is all wins. He's 21-2.
Jeez.
But he knocked out Cerrone in the first round. Yeah, now Cerrone's fighting a guy who's probably is a better stand-up than Gaethje. Probably. I don't know. I don't know much about Gaethje, to tell the truth. So
we're talking everything but against the fight that's coming up.
Yeah, no, I'm just trying to find a way to see, okay, if Gaethje was able to get to him in the first round, then I give Conor a lot of chance to do the same or do better.
No doubt, no doubt.
And that's what my
That's what
my
your guesstimation is.
Yeah, but
McGregor goes after him early, takes him out.
Yeah, that's if it's early. I like I said, if Gaethje could not because like I said, I know Gaethje's a good fighter, but Conor is like standing up is his bread and butter, and like you said, he's looking for the KO. And this guy's been. Let me see. Donald Cerrone has a lot of first round knockouts. He does have a few in his losses. He has a lot of losses in the first round with punches.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, he does. He does have a good number of losses. Yeah, look at that. There's a few losses there in the first round and like in the first opening seconds in some of them.
Wow.
So So if I'm looking at that, not you got to admit that Conor could definitely replicate that.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, what impressed me about Conor McGregor is when his timing, like you said, his timing is really good. When he caught that the champion, what's his name? The Brazilian
Eddie
guy
Alvarez.
coming in. Who?
Eddie Alvarez?
No, not Alvarez. Alvarez. No. The other champion he defeated in the first round.
That's crazy. You're talking about Jose Aldo.
Yeah, Jose Aldo. Man, he came in there and backing up knocks out an incoming Jose Aldo. I mean,
I was watching that footage. He didn't just knock him out, Actually, I was watching. I'm gonna give a shout out to Weasel. I guess that's what this.
I love that guy.
Yeah.
What happened? Yeah,
He does a slow mo, and he was talking about Conor's left hand because that's where everything is. Anyway, Conor was using his right hand and sticking it out there in front of Jose Aldo, and he put it on his I think it was his left hand. So Jose reached, did his swing to come in on Conor. Conor had a good distance away though. Conor retracts his right hand, parries his incoming strike, and then he swings and just straight punch right into Jose Aldo's jaw, and that just took him out. And Jose was doing another punch at the same time, obviously, but he was whipping it. But he was already unconscious by the time that punch hit Conor McGregor.
Yeah, he was out on his feet.
It was just amazing. That was just amazing.
And it just tells me that maybe Conor did get into his head, and
he most definitely got into his head.
Yeah, because I've never seen this guy. I know with Jose, he downloads data and then he analyzes and then he destroys you.
Right. He usually takes his time. He feels you out, see what's your good points, what your rhythm is, and he did not do that in that fight.
Nothing like that. That's why, when we talked about it in our previous show, hey, you should have watched our show, and that probably would have helped.
Wow.
But going back to this fight, because you know what? I think I have my decision, and it's gonna be hard. I'm not a fan of either guy, but the thing about this fight, what I'm looking forward to, it should be a really good fight. This is definitely a fight of the year candidate.
Well, we can't say that yet. It has the potential. It has the potential.
That's what I mean to say.
This is the very first fight of the year. Well, UFC fight.
It could be a lot of fun. This fight could be a lot of fun.
I'm hoping it's going to be a lot of fun.
It could end early. That's the thing. And
it could end early. Again, if I were Cerrone, I would try to tie him up. I would try to exhaust him.
Yes.
I would definitely try and gas him out. Those early rounds, I would be having him wrestle. Even if he's just fighting a takedown, I would have him doing that for the better part of round one. And round two, I'd see if my leg kick can reach something.
Yep.
And
basically make it the fight that the audience doesn't want to see.
Exactly. Make it an ugly fight. I would have to make it. Yes.
You got no choice.
You have to make it an ugly fight if you really want to I want to say assured to win because Conor is still amazing. I mean, it's
No,
just,
he's still dangerous.
yeah, he's
He's still
dangerous.
dangerous. But what you're doing, you're neutralizing him. You're not beating
Yeah,
him.
you're not playing his game. You're not playing his game.
You're just making the fight boring. You're making the fight uninteresting. Basically, you're making you're working to win the fight. That's it. You're
Right.
not trying
But
to do
that would
flat.
give him the opportunity to go in there and fight the champion, though.
And then he'll lose again, and then
Yes, and then we'll start this all over again. All right. Well, obviously, I think we pretty much agree. Early on, it seems like it's going to be Conor McGregor, and if it goes to the later rounds, Cerrone has a better options to win in that fight. Yeah, I'm going to have to, regrettably, I'm going to have to end this session here, buddy. It's already about that time. And
sounds good to me, man.
I want to say I had a good time talking with you today.
So it's a pleasure, my brother. Can't wait to do it again.
Always a pleasure. We're going to try to pick this up. In the future, we're going to give you days that we're going to be doing videos. And we're just going to keep it up for a while, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, why not? I mean, I'll ask you one last question before I go. Real quick, who do you like between Holly Holm and Raquel Pennington?
Wow, that's a good one. I'm a big Holly Holmes fan, actually.
Same here.
So I'm going Holly.
Bye.
Oof. I don't know. I think it's gonna go pretty much the distance again. I think they know each other's things, so I think it's gonna go the distance. I think Holly's just gonna outscore her.
Yep, I agree with that. It's Holly by decision on my book as well.
All right, there we go.
All right, hey.
All right, so you have a good one, brother.
You too, man. Thank you so much.
All right, you've been listening to MMA Rage, fan versus fan. Join us next time when Dave will say,
welcome to the club.
Exactly. All right, we're out.
Fan versus fan. We agreed to that. Oh, that's the first.